Well, good Friday evening. Tanner Bramer, Kevin Selly here.
Hey.
A little bit of deja vu from Wednesday. Same two weather guys.
Looks
in the
like
studio.
the last time for a while.
Yes.
Thankfully.
Yes,
but
a
we do have some
dry,
storms,
a
yeah.
dry setup and a calm setup coming, starting tomorrow, lasting for several days. But just maybe want to talk about what we're expecting for this evening.
Yeah, we got a severe thunderstorm watch for the entire Panhandle. It actually goes north of the Panhandle and south of the Panhandle into the Lubbock market, and that will be until 11 o'clock tonight. We've got thunderstorms developing across the southwestern portion of our area. We got Dave Oliver in the Weather Atlas, and Sheldon Bashirs is out chasing as well. Dave's near Dimmitt. We're going to go to him in just a second. Why don't we take a quick look at the radar? That's where the strongest thunderstorms are at this moment. And let me first pan back out and give you an idea. Those are the heaviest storms there, west of Lubbock, and then again, as I mentioned, coming into Dimmitt. The entire Panhandle has a chance for some thunderstorms tonight. The heavier chance will be from along the Interstate 40 corridor southward, and then especially the southeastern part of the Panhandle much later this evening after dark. Some of the dynamics are there are better for some stronger thunderstorms. But we've got two severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect just west of Dimmitt. That cell where you see the pink is probably already producing some hail. I don't know how much is getting to the ground just yet, but it is obviously moving northeastward. As time goes by and we get closer to 5:30 and on toward 6 o'clock, that will move toward the Interstate 27 corridor, maybe from Happy, maybe just south of Canyon, north of Tulia. That other storm just west of Earth will move through Hart and then get toward Tulia and Cress, the Interstate 27 corridor as well. So we're watching, Tanner.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like he was saying, mainly watching the southern portion of the Panhandle. As you know, if you were watching this morning, I talked about how storms moving across the north probably sucked out a good bit of the energy from the atmosphere. So it's still possible we could see some storms move across the north, just not as high of a chance that they're super severe. You know, the main threats we're watching out for today are, some moderate to large hail, some gusty winds, some heavy rain, winds maybe up to 70 miles an hour. Tornado threat is fairly low for today, but again, not zero. And I see what you're about to circle right there. As I say the tornado threat is low, there's a rotation developing.
Well, Go ahead.
I'm just saying maybe a little bit of rotation. Yeah.
It's trying to wind up. It is in its development stage. The lightning output has increased a little bit. There's a new cell that popped up just to the south of the pink area. That will disrupt the flow a little bit. So again, this is not a huge tornado setup, but when the cells are individual like this, they're not fighting each other for moisture. There's no disruption in the wind flow, so they have a better chance of maybe producing a little spin-up tornado. Dave is near that storm in Dimmitt, and they're going to park right there and watch this thing for the next couple of minutes. I don't know if they can hear us yet. We might. Why don't you talk for a minute? I'm going to put my headsets in and see if we can get in touch with them.
Sounds good. So yeah, like I said, tornado threat a little bit on the low side today, but not zero. The Storm Protection Center gave us a 2% chance of tornado development throughout the evening today. And why is this? Oh, there we go. So kind of give you a more zoomed out view of what we're seeing right now, mainly just the southwest portion of the area, and radar scope crashed. Perfect. Pull it back up here. So like I said, mainly the southwest portion right now. We'll continue to see these track
He's going to do 5
eastward throughout the area. Throughout the evening, a couple of weak storms popping up. They can't hear us? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm tuning in right now.
So starting to see a couple weak thunderstorms pop up toward Union County and Quay County as well, but like I said, a little bit less of a severe threat. So I'll be on for the 5 o'clock show. You'll see Kevin pop in for the 6 and the 10 later this evening. Stay tuned. We'll be live streaming on Facebook, on YouTube, and our News Channel 10 website as well. And should anything turn super severe, we're likely going to be doing, or he's going to be likely doing commercial cut-ins throughout the evening. And if there are any tornadic warned storms, then we might cut into programming as well.
I can hear them now. If you want to go ahead and pitch, you can do it.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to go and send things out to Dave and Sheldon for about 5 minutes, and then you'll see me pop up for first look on Live at 5.
Looking back to the west, that's a severe thunderstorm. Looks like it's got a decent hail core, probably about 8 to 10 miles west of Dimmitt. So we're looking at the heavy shaft there. Okay, I think they're on Sheldon. Yeah, that's right. We can monitor our own, can't we? Heck is that? Look at this little feature over here. It's a freaking funnel. You see that thing right there? It's kind of sticking down. It's, you know, it's not strong, but it is. It's a horizontally. Can't really see it here.
Yeah, they're on Sheldon. They're on both of us. I think our audio's the one that's.
Okay. Huh.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have, let me get a picture of that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it rotating.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird little guy. Little cigar funnel. Come on, check it out.
Yeah. Hey, Sam.
Good, I'm gonna send this to.
That's like what Kevin caught that one day.
Yeah. Hey Tanner, you got a copy on me? Can we see? It's weird, we can't really see.
So
Is it up a little bit?
pointing, yeah, it's up. And to the left. I mean, you're right.
Oh, should be there. It is.
Right there.
Hey, Kevin, check out our stream. You see that little funnel? No, this is in Dimmitt. It's a weird deal. It's just coming out of a just a kind of a tower going up. I'm texting you a photo. I mean, weird little guy. I mean, it's just like a land spout kind of funnel, but it developed from the cloud. So I mean, it's I don't know, some kind of
Just getting more ropey.
anomaly, and just kind of a little rope. That's pretty cool, though.
Huh.
Okay.
That was a good catch.
that works for me, man.
Meteorologist Tanner Bramer here on another first alert day to close out the work week with the possibility of more severe activity starting right now through the majority part of the evening into the early parts of the night. A severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for the majority of our viewing area. Everybody highlighted in pink, seeing that opportunity for severe thunderstorms. The chance for tornadic activity is fairly low, but not zero for the day today. The main thing we're watching for is large hail and maybe some gusty winds as well. Already a couple warnings throughout our viewing area. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, the northernmost one expiring at 5:45 Central Time. The main thing we're watching for in these particular storms, maybe some fairly moderate to large-sized hail. Dimmitt, you are next in line for that northernmost storm. We'll have a more detailed look at radar coming up, plus what Dave and Sheldon are seeing in the Atlas and the Taos. But for right now, I'm going to toss things over to Greg and Lindsay.
All right, Tanner, thank you. Tonight, DPS officials say
Yeah, man. That's,
Funnels to the right of me. Hail to the left.
here I am,
Stuck in the middle.
Okay, well, let's see. I need to kind of reposition my shot here. Had a brief little just funnel. I don't know what else to say. It wasn't really dangerous looking and not out of a rotating mesocyclone or anything, but we did have a little spout there. We're looking out the west there. This is a severe thunderstorm west of Dimmitt, right on Highway 86 out that way. Okay, let's see. Tennis balls in this guy. We better stay out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheldon, thank you. Will do. It's we don't want to be part of that, so we have an exit route. I'm going to send you also a little photo of a little funnel we had here. It's kind of weird. But anyway, we're just holed up right here in Dimmitt. We're going to let it come. If you live in Dimmitt, severe thunderstorm and large hail coming our way. So it's not too far away either. Probably got about 10-15 minutes before it starts to come in. And a little rotation too. We're going to keep an eye on that. Don't have any funnels or tornadoes right now, so let's see. I'm also going to announce to my friend Todd that runs KDHN here that we have hail coming. So if you're in Palmer County, got a severe thunderstorm. They're upping the possibility of the hail size from golf balls to tennis balls. So if you live in Dimmitt, you need to plan accordingly. Time to get in vehicles into the garages, kids in off the playground, and get them inside and be ready. Yeah, I'm gonna say about 15 minutes away. So, okay. Keep in mind that let's see, Castro County is one of Lubbock's. All right, so we're looking at. Yeah, it's weird, kind of cut off there. Yeah. So anyway, we're watching the big old black stuff out there. That's due west of Dimmitt on Highway 86 and north of 86 too. So that's going to be sweeping across. Looks like it's coming at Dimmitt, probably north of Dimmitt on 385. I think it's staying south of Hereford. But folks in Dimmitt, Nazareth, Hart, here goes severe weather coming your way. So we're watching it. A little bit of rotation that we need to be mindful of also. But nothing's showing right now. As usual, we're just out kind of giving some verification of what's going on. Obviously got the spot on radar where the hail is, and we're not going to try to get right into that. Okay, we're going to move south about the time that comes in. So we're going to wait about another 5-8 minutes, and then we're going to get out of here because we don't want to get in that. We'll probably, we ought to probably see. We need to go out 86 east towards Nazareth. So they'd be back into town and then east. And we probably don't want to dilly-dally too much either.
Okay.
So. Okay, yeah, we're backing out. That hail core is the bad one. It's getting close. I've alerted my cohort at KDHN radio. That's gonna be Todd. And he's passed along some info. That's it behind us there. So. Big hail core, no doubt about it. Let's see, I need to send this to... Sending out some photos too. Let's see. Messages. Sheldon. All right, so we're heading back north into town, and let me get this back over to our storm. Lightning overhead. Okay, man. Yeah, you can almost taste the hail in there. So we're we're going to get up to the middle of Dimmitt. We're going to turn east towards Nazareth on 86, kind of stay out ahead of this. Man, that hail really picking up. I better get plugged back in. I didn't got all excited there. Took a picture and then forgot to go back in. All right, folks in Dimmitt, we can't. Folks in Dimmitt, we can't repeat enough. You need to get ready for severe weather. Need to be ready for some hail. Severe thunderstorm warning for Palmer County for this storm that's right behind us, right there. Remember doing a summer celebration right over there. And if I'm not mistaken, we got hit by a storm that night, didn't we?
I think so. I think we that's the one we had to go to. Was it the high school or something?
Under that watch until 11 p.m. later tonight. A couple warnings have already been issued. I'll get to those in a second. But talking about the dew points, you can see the dry line boundary in New Mexico. We don't expect that to retreat eastward like we usually do during a dry line setup. In fact, it's going to retreat a little bit westward later this evening. But dew points in the upper 60s and 70s, usually indicative that we have a lot of instability available in the atmosphere for the development of those storms. So taking a current look at the Doppler radar, nothing too widespread as of right now. We're mainly watching the southwest portion of our viewing areas, so we're going to kind of zoom in here and talk about these two severe thunderstorm warnings. Both expire at 5:45 Central Time. It's looking like the northernmost cell is definitely the most intense as of right now. The warning including some 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and some 2.5-inch diameter hail. That's maybe up to tennis ball sized hail embedded within the core of this storm. Dimmitt, you are next in line to see maybe that size hail move into your area here within the next 10 to 15 minutes, so definitely get inside before that hits your city. This southernmost cell, not nearly as intense, talking about some 50 to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and some quarter-sized hail in that one as well. It does look like it's going to track to the north of Olton, so Olton and Plainview, it doesn't look like you'll see those storms enter your area. A few weak thunderstorms popping up toward Union and Quay counties, but nothing severe as of right now. There's a severe warning for Colorado, but that is indeed out of our viewing area. So we do have chasers out as of right now if we want to go ahead and bring those guys up and see what they're seeing as of right now. Probably not all that much, but just want to let you guys know we do indeed have the chasers out in the chaser vehicles for the rest of the night, keeping track of these storms. So thank you to Dave and Sheldon for keeping track of those storms throughout the rest of the night. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at futurecast here with what we can expect for the rest of the night. So this is at about 5 o'clock. So this specific computer model run pretty on the nose with the storm development at this time. Now 6 to 7 o'clock may see that line of storms move through Amarillo. Now I want you to pay attention to something here. This is at about 7 o'clock. And then this is at 8 o'clock. Notice that really big jump. Maybe these models are indicating that there could be some very fast storm motion as they pick up in speed in a couple hours or so. Likely moving out of the area by 11 or 12 o'clock later tonight. And I'm happy to say after that moves out, we will see a quiet second half of the night. So a look from the Storm Prediction Center has almost the entire area under a slight risk for severe weather throughout the rest of this evening. The main threats we're talking about are some maybe gusty winds and some moderate to large sized hail, maybe up to tennis ball to baseball sized hail in some of these stronger storms. Wind gusts maybe up to 70 to 75 miles per hour. Some fairly heavy rain, flash flooding will be a little bit of a threat today. Now the tornado risk, it is fairly low, but it's not zero, so it's still something we're going to keep an eye out for throughout the course of this evening and keep you guys updated on as well. Now, looking past today, like I said, looking like a gorgeous outlook, almost 100 degrees on Saturday, right around 90 on Sunday, a very seasonable Sunday in the forecast, but a pleasant weekend to go all around, and then keeping that pleasant weather going into the beginning part of next week and really all throughout the next several days as well, where hot temperatures and sunshine looks likely over the next 7 days. Greg and Lindsay, back to you.
Okay, that's Tanner coming off of a TV bulletin there. Let's see. Okay. Once again, we're in Dimmitt looking at the storm. It's just now coming into town. In fact, it's a severe thunderstorm and probably going to have some hail. Looks like the size may have come down a little bit. And this is good news because there for a little while it looked like we had some tennis balls. But we're just out on the east side of town on Highway 86. And, you know, if you live in Dimmitt, you do have a severe storm coming in. There's going to be a lot of lightning, a lot of rain, some hail. I would be surprised if we get some ping pong balls out of this. So, we're watching that. Let's see. I'm also reporting for KDHN radio here. They're getting some information from me. Asking about tornadoes, of course. We do have some rotation in this storm. We don't really have a tight rotation, we don't think. Seeing some low, base is a little lower, a little scud there. You're watching that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right over the south elevator. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So we have an area of interest here. You know, from a distance you can say, oh, it looks like a funnel or something. We don't know yet. We're just watching that. Let's see. Yeah, we're looking at that. Just kind of a ragged base. I don't see a lot of rotation in there. But it's, you know, continuing to look kind of interesting there. Oh, that is southwest of the city there. So we're on the east side of the city, looking down to our southwest there. You bet. You know, we see some rotation on radar there. We do not have a tornado warning as of yet. Okay, if you live in Dimmitt, hail's coming in pretty much right now. And Kevin, what do you think? Ping pong balls, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna say quarter to ping pong ball size hail, possible, coming on in to the city, and a lot of rain. Yeah. And then it may ramp up to the west there too. So big old storm. Dimmitt, Nazareth, we can put you on standby. Storm will be coming your direction. Hart also, just kind of be on standby. Rain's kind of caught up to us. The hail is just right out there. We might wait till we get a stone or two, then we'll cruise. Hate to blow my streak.
Right?
Good chunk of Castro County really going to be under the gun here for heavy rain and some of that hail that we talked about. Hate to see people driving in. They need to get under a shelter, get in a garage preferably. Don't have real good visibility in there as far as rotation.
I can't really see.
That's the problem we had down in Matador, man.
There is a rotation.
Yeah, we're on it there, Kevin. We don't have really good visibility. It should be that should be right there. Down in there. You know, you see the scud rising over there. We're seeing a lot of that. I think the hail's just now coming into. Yeah. Not until it's right on us. Okay, so I gotta tell folks in Dimmitt that we pretty well guarantee you're gonna get rain and hail. And we're a little concerned about a rotation too. It's not particularly strong, but you know, sometimes they tighten fast, and just need to be on your toes and ready to, grab a pillow and dive in the closet or something if we need to. But no tornado warning right now. It's just something we're watching, just a precaution. Heavy rain extends down close to Muleshoe, Earth. Looks like it's going to be heading out to Dimmitt and Hart, staying just south of Hereford. For now, anyway. If you live in Tulia, we'll be heading out that way too, probably.
So that rotation is just south of
Okay,
I think. If this is accurate.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that would be it right there. Right in there. So. All right. We are in the Weather Atlas. East side of Dimmitt as a severe thunderstorm, a big guy. Man, it's sprawling. Starts to come into the city. We think we're going to have some hail. We're going to wait right here, see if we get any of that hail. We should be able to see it. Well, Sheldon, we just, I don't want to leave Amarillo wide open. I know there's not much coming there yet, but just, feel free to get on the north side of all this stuff, but also ready to peel back and catch if there's development for Amarillo. Sounds like a plan. Good. Okay, yeah, I imagine.
That's, for a second I still saw it open up so I could see the scud again, but now it's...
I'm wondering if we want to get to Hart. Is there any cross? Yeah, okay. We can go south. Wait, we're east though.
You want to go south?
Well, to do that, we got to go back into town and go south.
So maybe we wait a minute.
We'd have to punch this. I'm just thinking. I think the area of interest is going to be back here now. So we do need to go south. Let's go punch it.
Okay.
I don't think it looks too bad. Okay. All right, boys and girls in Dimmitt, we're going to punch the storm and head south on 86 because that's starting to kidney bean around right there. We'll hit this rotation and go find the other one. We're not too far away from 86, fortunately.
Staying left.
I'm sorry, we want 385.
Yeah, so we'll go.
Yeah, we'll go left on 385. Should be your light up there. Yeah. There's our heavy precip. Maybe some hail. Should be pretty much on that. Fortunately, we won't be in it for very long. There it is. Okay, I see. Hey, Kevin, if you follow me, we're back into the middle of Dimmitt, punching the first hail core. We're going to go south because looks like that southwest quadrant is starting to kind of hook around and makes a lot more sense down there. Let's see. Okay, yeah. That's good. This is it. Hail hasn't been too bad yet. We had some marbles. Very good. Okay, now we're southbound on 385 again. Nice rain. Nice rain in Dimmitt, but it'll mix in with some hail. we do not have any indications of tornado activity. Man, look at the water starting to accumulate here. Yeah. Wiley College. I don't know what that is. Marshall, Texas. South. Very good. All right. See what this baby has in it. Yeah. Very good. Going the right way. That's where our stretch rotation is. Catching a little RFD here. Losing visibility. I'm going to go to our here actually.
Up there, but as you can see there, I mean, there's some people trying to pin over where the camera can pick it up. You can kind of see some dust getting kicked up in a couple of places right here. Possibly getting put on this other cloud. I'll zoom in on you here. You can see a little bit of it right there.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, what I think that is dust kicked out of the storm off on the west.
South of Dimmitt now, headed towards Spring Lake on 385. Right now we're in the precip area. Trying to get down and get a look at what could be a rotating area. The southwest of Dimmitt. Okay. All right. Okay, there's the base area here. That's what we want to watch. Lightning picking up a little bit. Little development west of Amarillo. If that's going to do anything or not.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Alright, so it looks like we are now full screen on the stream. So you got Sheldon and Ruben out here. We just passed Buffalo Lake. This storm is currently looking off towards the west from our weather atlas right now, kind of pointing off to some of these severe warning storms. And as you can see, this storm is just dumping a lot of rain out of it. But one of the things we were seeing just a little bit ago, we were talking about, you may have seen it there in that picture-in-picture, is you can see what could be a downdraft out of this storm. You see it kicking up all that dust right there. It's pushing it all off towards kind of the north. If we pan over off this direction, you can see that dust has traveled quite a ways. Might not really be able to see it as much anymore, but it did appear that maybe that dust was then being sucked into one of these other storms kind of further up towards the north. Of what we're seeing on radar, got a couple of cells seeing some kind of grow up towards the northeast right now. Our current kind of objective is to kind of head towards Nazareth and then Tulia and basically get ourselves on around I-27 as these storms continue to track their way off towards the east. If anything does approach Lubbock, we're going to head that way with it. If it stays kind of, just moving straight east, we'll be on it in that way. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on that. But in the meantime, got some great views. If you were following along here earlier, like I said on the picture-in-picture, you saw some great shots of Buffalo Lake where there's just tons of water. We got Ruben in here with me, who is a Hereford native, and he was saying that he's never seen that much water in Buffalo Lake before, that's for sure. But feel free to follow along with us, keep an eye. So this is basically right now, we kind of have the exterior view while Dave is kind of currently, closer to the inside of that storm where he's seeing a little more of the heavy rain. Of course, passed through Dimmitt not that long ago. Right now, what we are doing is we are kind of heading towards Nazareth right now. Trying to get our correct bearings, make sure I don't tell you the wrong things here. But basically what we're doing is we're heading straight south to Nazareth from Hereford, from the Hereford Highway 60 area. And we're going to cut across to Tulia around I-27 and kind of watch these storms from afar as they work their way east. But right now, if we're going to be watching for anything on these storms, what you do see right here is a very high base lowering on this particular storm, maybe some broad rotation in the storm. You have a little bit of a lowering right there, but overall, I wouldn't say that's anything noteworthy. No reason to panic, obviously, with something like that. No word from the National Weather Service on any sort of tornado warnings, nothing like that right now. Very broad rotation, if any at all, but seeing some strong updrafts with these storms possible, some sizable hail, as long as anything isn't breaking up these cores, so we're going to be watching those very closely. But in the meantime, not really seeing anything alarming with any of these storms, other than maybe some large hail and some very heavy rain. That's definitely, we're seeing a lot of that as these storms are making their way through. Across Dimmitt, it looks like the one of the hail cores is now past Dimmitt, with a possible another hail core about to move off towards the south of Dimmitt. We'll try to keep you up to date with these shots here. Looks like we're kind of getting more into some of the rain here, so some of our signal may not be as good as it could be, as we're going to lose kind of the side of some of the structure here as we go. But still kind of keeping an eye on that lowering, but like I said, nothing particularly alarming about that lowering.
2 severe warned storms as of right now, moving through Dimmitt. Dimmitt currently seeing some very heavy rain and some sizable hail as well. The southernmost storm severe warned for 2.5 diameter inch hail. That's about tennis ball sized hail. And also the severe warned storm more up toward the north. It looks like this is going to just go to the southeast of Hereford. So Hereford, you're in the clear for this particular storm, a severe warning. This particular one talking about some quarter-sized hail and some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Keep it tuned into News Channel 10. We'll be cutting in during commercial breaks. But for now, have a great rest of your night.
(10-4), got you there. We're looking at a little wall cloud south of Dimmitt. Seeing just a little bit of rotation out there. Nothing strong, but it's got our attention right now. It's the only thing we've really seen rotating. Let's see, yeah, okay. It's kind of a stretched out area of rotation there. If you're in Dimmitt, you're going to continue to get some pretty heavy rain for a while. We need to be watching the ground, see if we get any little spin ups there. Yeah, it's pretty electrified. Let's move back towards. it's going to be a fight between the outflow and whether or not we get enough inflow. Had some inflow a minute ago. Now the outflow looks like it's winning the battle, but it'll cycle up and down.
I think we need to move forward a little bit so we don't get into the
We can.
rain. We can keep it clear.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like we're getting a little more inflow. Tug of war continues. It's what we want. We are pretty much on the what we call the interface between the updraft and the downdraft. Scud's kicking up pretty fast. Keep going. Keep going. Severe thunderstorm continues. If you're in Dimmitt, more rain, maybe some more hail. It's still right out there. Clouds are boiling a little bit.
We got a parking lot right up here.
It's kind of interesting. Did you say warrant for baseballs? Yeah. Okay. Very good. Baseballs. Okay, we'll continue to try to stay out of that. We're just down on the interface. You know, getting a little updraft here and there, a little lowering. I'd like to see the base broaden out a little bit. We'll wait and see if that happens. But we're definitely going to stay down in the south and try to stay out of the baseballs. Not seeing a lot of chasers today.
No,
I wonder if they're up in Wyoming.
Yeah. They were having tornado warnings at 2:30.
They're busy elsewhere. This is our storm right here. Looks like the wind is pretty calm. We're not feeding it real well. There's a little bit of wind, maybe. Yeah, somewhat. I've seen worse. Yeah, I guess if you find a good spot, we'll park it and watch. Think what that looks like from a distance. You know, if you're way away and you see that hanging down. Here's a real good example of that. Not everything that hangs down is a funnel. This is some scud cloud material. It looks pretty neat. But it's not rotating. At least not rapidly. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I mean, if you were farther away,
Yeah.
it would look exactly like a...
Look like a funnel.
And that's how you get false reports.
Exactly. Exactly. Get the well-known sheriff-nados. Yeah.
Got some rising scud on the front end here.
We do. It's good rising scud, but still looking at the like the corn and the grass here. Not a lot of inflow feeding it. A lot of lightning though. Let's just enjoy the. Ah, yeah. All right. There we go. Oh, it sounded like a kettle drum. And then, yeah, we're getting a lot of low hanging. This one behind us, take a look at this. That one really looks ominous, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Small amount of rotation on it. But really on the right side of it, not the part that's hanging down so much. Yeah.
I mean, it's rotating. It's just really broad. I mean, you can see the edge here.
Yeah. That one little scud out by himself.
Rising scud right here.
Yeah. Yeah, the scud's putting on a good show. Okay, looks like the outflow is gonna kick up here for a little while. We should probably continue south a little bit.
All right.
Get back in the juicy air. Oh, look. Oh, whoa, we got a gustinado. Okay, here. Okay, let's see. Where am I? There it is. Hey, Kevin. Kevin. Okay, a little gustinado in there. Look at that, just all by itself. There we go. No funnel really, but we had circulation in there. A quick little gustinado, followed by a nice CG. That's that was fun.
Yeah. All 5 cars behind me stopped.
I bet, man. Okay.
Over here, outflow.
Yeah, that's but it's I like the direction. It's kind of wrapping around this way. Yeah, that's kind of wrapping like RFD does, which I like. Check the velocity here. Yeah, look, I mean we got a couple rotations in there. Kevin, looks like you're going to do pretty good in the ring gauge showdown here. Whoa.
That was a bit of a.
That didn't change directions on it, did it?
No, it's just out.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get ahead of this though.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this. There is, let's see, I don't know where we are exactly, but there's Highway 70. Goes to Olton. We'll probably want to get on that.
That was a
Yeah.
strong.
There's Nazareth. Lightning. Alright, so pulling through Nazareth right now. We're about to hook it off towards the east. Gonna head for I-27 and then work our way north on I-27 towards Amarillo and Canyon. Gonna be trying to intercept these cells that are approaching Canyon as of right now. That new severe thunderstorm warning that does include Amarillo and Canyon, so we're gonna be moving up I-27 here to intercept those cells, kind of see what's inside of them.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
Nice, cool, refreshing shower.
What's up? Did we freeze?
No, it's losing Wi-Fi signal. I think our stream is good. I'm not getting any. I think our internet is down. Yeah. We're good on the actual stream. notifications from other apps, and Unity's like, can't connect. There we go.
Okay, we just turned east on 145. We're 11 miles west of Hart, and we're in a severe thunderstorm. Had the history of some hail and some wind, and we've had some wall clouds and funnels and stuff. Let's see this. Okay. Trailer's blowing. Like a car wash in there.
Right, we needed it. Get all that dirt off.
Sounds like a plan. I copy that, Kevin. Visual right now since we're in on the preset, but
I want to get around this guy, but I can't see.
yeah, it's got to be safe. All the water I can see out in the field here. Man, this is going to quickly become an issue. Man, this guy's shooting up fast. Look at the cell merger around Hart. Water is building up rapidly here. Wind-driven rain, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can really see it on that empty trailer.
Yeah. heard it.
I did too.
Alex and I were out. We got out in the hail and stuff. We got out of the storm, got out of the rain and everything. And in fact, it's clearing up. And then like this nickel-sized hail just went across the road out of nowhere. Where did this thing come from?
We ran into that the other night too. We were out of everything, and it was just like it was shooting it out the dock.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So we're in like, you know, blue skies and hail is falling.
All right.
Well, good evening. Another first alert weather day. This should be the last one for a while, but scattered strong thunderstorms. Primarily strong gusty winds, a little bit of small to medium-sized hail, and some very, very heavy rain for a couple of more hours tonight. The entire region, almost, of the Panhandle, all the counties in pink, are under a severe thunderstorm watch, and that will go until 11 o'clock tonight. Right now from Amarillo southward, just along and west of I-27, that's the heaviest rain right now. We'll zoom in on the lead storm here that's just coming through Canyon with some heavy rain. There's probably just a little bit of medium-sized hail going to move right across 27 just south of, say, Sundown and Hollywood Road. This is Hollywood, or Leap through 335 right now. That's going to move northeast. So rain's going to pick up just on the south side of Amarillo. That's 40 right there. Southeastern side of town, and then move on toward the airport and include Interstate 40 there with some very, very heavy rain. Rain picking up around the Palo Duro Canyon area now. In Canyon, your rain's going to loosen up here in just a couple of minutes. Another strong thunderstorm cell is moving eastward toward Tulia and the I-27 corridor. We've got Dave near Hart and also Sheldon near, I think he's near Nazareth. Let me go ahead and take those pictures. We'll take a look at Dave first. They have seen a little bit of small hail, primarily some heavy rain, and we're also seeing a couple of lowerings here and there. This is not really a big tornado setup, but we're keeping an eye on that. We're going to get reports for both of them in just a couple of minutes. Take a look at Sheldon's picture as well. He's had some dramatic wind gusts, some straight line winds, kicking up a lot of dust, again, south of Happy and toward the I-27 corridor. All right, let's come back to radar if we can. Again, south of Amarillo, south of Canyon, south of Happy, all along 27 toward Tulia. That's the heaviest rain right now. This severe thunderstorm cell heading toward Edmondson is going to cross north of Plainview, the 27 corridor, and then move east of town as well. All of these with the potential for maybe up to quarter-size hail, extremely heavy rain. Flooding is going to be a problem, and I should have mentioned at the top, in and around Amarillo with the rain coming south of town, there's an aerial flood advisory. We know what happened the last couple of weeks, so do be prepared for some heavy runoff. We'll come back with reports from Dave and Sheldon and a closer look at radar. Let's go over to Greg and Lindsay.
We're on Highway 145. Lots of rain on this road right here. And we're just trying to get out ahead, kind of get back in position on the updraft side. Quite a bit of hail coming up from Olton, maybe kind of meeting us off to the east of Hart. So right now we're not going very fast. We got trucks ahead of us, obviously. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for this storm. That's going to be for Castro County over into Swisher County. If you're in Tulia, rain is coming. Nazareth picking up quite a bit of heavy rain right now also. It looks like most of the hail will be coming up from Olton to near Hart, Edmondson, Cress, maybe Tulia. So we're going to try to get in there and kind of see what that is like. We should be coming up on Hart pretty soon. If you're up in Amarillo, we got a severe thunderstorm warning. Got some heavy rain spreading in from the southwest. Maybe some hail, maybe up to nickel quarter size or so. And then, of course, you know, the flooding situation. We're hoping it moves through pretty fast, but there'll be some heavy rain. Already raining heavily in the southwest part of town, and that'll be spreading into a good part of the city during the next few minutes. No tornadoes or warnings either. That's been the story so far today, is a lot of rain and hail. We saw a cool little funnel cloud down at Dimmitt. It wasn't particularly dangerous. We saw something we call a gustnado down south of Dimmitt. That's just kind of the outflow, kicked up a little circulation. But we haven't had any big tornadoes, certainly nothing like Terryton or Matador. It's just a day that a brief tornado is certainly possible. We see some pretty good wall clouds. We're going to get back out, see if we can see any more of that once we go off to the east of Hart. Starting to get a little bit of hail now. We're a few miles west of Hart. It's not particularly big, although it's starting to get a little noisier. Looks like I got some marbles hanging around out here. May pick up a little bit because the meat of this storm is coming up to meet us. And I think we'll probably get some larger hail here pretty soon as we creep our way towards Hart on 145. Only going about 40 miles an hour. Trucks ahead of us. Two trucks, and it's just too dangerous to pass. So you'll hear the hail hits every now and then as we do this, but it's not real big yet. The sky is getting darker though as we approach Hart. Oh, the hail core is picking up too. Yeah, that's going to be the story here pretty soon. Is I think we're going to get into some hail. Let's see, back to Amarillo, severe thunderstorm and a flood advisory in effect at the same time. All right. So most of Amarillo, looks like the northwest corner might miss out. Most of Amarillo should catch some rain, some lightning, maybe some flooding rain, and up to quarter-size hail, especially around the south half of the city. It's taking place right now. Kevin will be on in a few minutes. He'll have a real thorough look at that.
So there's Hart right there.
Okay, coming into Hart. So, and
The water tank.
on cue, the hail picking up. All right, so we want to continue out 145, just
Straight.
heading out towards Crest. That'll take us to I.
Say that again, Brady. Okay, sounds good. So running along I-27 here, getting ready to try just basically running alongside a lot of these storms. What you're seeing on radar right now, so up through Julia, got some stuff passing up over Happy, which of course we're not quite there just yet. I've been seeing lots of very close lightning strikes on the storm, as it looks like that one storm is now making its way across southern Amarillo. Hail core does look to be east of I-27 right now, so that one looks like it's pretty much there currently, so getting ready to go through Happy here. Might be the only game in town right there.
Okay, we're just coming into Hart in a severe thunderstorm, and the hail is picking up, especially on the south side of Hart here. Not particularly huge, but dime size or so at the moment. Wait.
That'd be marbles.
That was pretty loud for a dime there, but yeah, I think it's going to get a little bit bigger. We're going to drift on out east of Hart towards Crest. See what we're looking like at that time. Raining in Happy, raining in Amarillo, and really coming down on the south side of town there. Probably some quarter-size hail among some of that there. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I would certainly track it, Sheldon. Stay on it as it goes through the city and everything, and then see what it looks like when it departs.
Hopefully this guy will turn off. There we go.
Yeah. Good plan, Sheldon. Do that. Okay, good. We're losing the truck.
Yeah, and we'll be able to actually make some.
Okay. Let's track it.
Well, losing one of them.
Okay. Are we? Yeah,
turning.
he's okay. 2068. Clear on my side. Okay, so we're heading, just leaving Hart, heading east on 145. Got our sights on Crest now. A lot of rain and hail coming up from the south. A little bit of a rotation to our south also. Keeping an eye on. Not that we can see very far because of the rain, but hey, look at this. All right, we're losing the truck. Now we can do our own thing here. Look at you. All right, rain and hail as we depart. Severe thunderstorm warning heading on off into Swisher County. That's kind of where we're headed. Wow. 21 out of Crest. Okay. Oh boy.
A lot of water.
A lot of water. And, yeah. Pretty much continuous marble hail in there. Ironically, the irrigation pumps were watering the corn back there.
Like the one road without any grooves in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Plenty of water on Highway 145. Sounds like a plan, Kevin. Copy that. I wish we could see. Got a pretty good little rotation there. Man, it's not draining very well, is it?
Okay, thanks for staying with us. Once again, a first alert day across most of the Panhandle. We have a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock, all the counties in pink. As I mentioned before the break, our chasers are in it. Doppler Dave. Dave, you're in the Weather Atlas. It was pretty noisy in your vehicle a couple of minutes ago. Tell us where you are, what you're seeing.
All right, Kevin, we are pretty much between Hart and Edmondson. We'll be showing that on radar. It's just a copious amount of rain right now. We've been in and out of some dime-sized hail. We're trying to get out of the rain so we can kind of maybe see some cloud features. Looks kind of interesting there southeast of Hart down towards Edmondson. But we're heading out towards Edmondson and Crest. And again, so far it's rain and hail. Trying to get in position to track the storm a little better and watch out for any rotations. We'll keep you posted. Sheldon's on another part of the line of storms. Sheldon, what do you got for us?
Well, Dave, yeah, currently relocating as well. We're currently moving north up I-27 as of right now. We just passed through Happy. As you can see, we're looking up towards the north. What we're seeing right there is that severe thunderstorm that is working its way through the eastern side of Amarillo. As of right now, we've seen some light showers here and there. We passed through Nazareth earlier, saw some very heavy rain, but as of right now, some light rain showers. You can see that structure off in the distance. And for those of you who love looking at clouds, here's a great shot of some Amadas here. We're driving underneath, like I said, currently tracking north up I-27. Seeing nothing but rain so far, but we're going to try and follow this storm that's making its way through Amarillo as it works its way off towards the east. Kevin, I'm going to send it back over to you in the studio.
Okay, gentlemen, thanks very much. So far, thankfully, we've seen mainly heavy rain and some hail. Let's come back to radar, if we can, please. Primarily, we're looking at the southern half of the Panhandle along Interstate 40 and southward for the highest rain chances. Obviously, right now, let's just walk down the line. The bulk of the rain missing downtown Amarillo, but that's the heaviest right there where we see the darker red and especially the purple. So, east side of town from the airport eastward and then right along and south of Highway 60 to Panhandle. That cell is moving right in your direction. You've still got 30 to 45 minutes for Panhandle. The heavy, heavy rain will pick up. Same story for Conway. This is Interstate 40. You do not want to be traveling east of Amarillo or coming inbound from Groom or Conway on 40 right now. That's going to be a bit of a tough ride. Thankfully, the storms that went through Canyon and Happy have weakened a good bit. We see the loss of the yellow and the orange there, but that heavier rain or moderate rain is going to continue on toward the 287 corridor, so rain will pick up in Claude and Goodnight and eventually toward Clarendon within the hour. Further south, these cells are heavy, heavy south of Tulia, just coming across 27 here. That is going to be marble to quarter-size hail, maybe a little bit heavier or larger size hail as it crosses the highway and then moves on to the east. For the rest of the night tonight, at least the next couple of hours, we're in the slight risk area for some strong and severe thunderstorms. Here's the risk area for Saturday. That's what we're looking for. Once this moves by, we're going to be done for several days, and that will be nice. The heat will come on, though, but here's the computer forecast model on the radar. By 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, although this moves into the western portions of Oklahoma, northwestern parts of Texas, here is our 7-day supercast. It looks pretty quiet, thankfully, but pretty warm. One exception, late Saturday into Sunday, a weak cold front comes through, so we go from a high of 99 to a high of 88 on Sunday, and we're heating back up, looking at a high near 100 degrees by Wednesday of next week, guys.
I'm assuming it was heat stroke. I haven't heard otherwise.
Lots of rain. Man. keeping the plyos full out here. Man, look at this water. Golly. It's like nighttime out here.
Yeah, it's real dark.
Yeah, I'd get off that dirt road too, man. Okay. Mercy. Goodness sake. Okay, 1424. We'll go south to the right.
We'll go this way?
Yeah. Not that you're going to see it or anything. A little bit of a hail core down here. Man, look at the water. Okay, there's the south. Should be right up here. It's just one of those farm to markets with jogs. I don't think so.
That's not it.
Need a hovercraft for that one.
There's a wide split up
I
here.
imagine that's it. That's it. Yeah. Yes, Edmonds. Should have a little hail right up here. Man. visibility. Good. Now we need to find our base. Yeah, be cautious. It wouldn't take much to go over the roadway here.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in Florida.
Yeah. Well, the problem is when it's raining that hard.
Copy that, Kevin. Yeah.
You can't see what's moving.
Right, yeah. Sounded a little bigger. Oh, got the base on the camera. There it is.
There it is, right over there.
There she blows. When I got that happy tornado in 2002, we came in from the north. Rain, hail, 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 rain, 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 rain. Can't see anything. Boom, did that, and it was already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Definitely got our attention. Pretty good base over there.
Hale County.
It's appropriate. There we go.
Alright. Oh!
Man, look at the water out here.
Loosen up a little
Yeah.
bit.
It takes it out of you, man. When we hit Edmondson, we'll want 194, it goes into Plainview.
Okay.
That's pretty. In my opinion, it ought to go ahead and just drop a little tornado, just a little bitty guy, you know.
Yeah.
It's definitely got some room to
Give us a show for our effort.
Exactly.
Those are pretty big.
It is. Yeah. This time we ought to be able to watch it for a while when we get south of it.
Actually, driving instead of sailing.
Yes.
Alright, towards Plainview. Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll go floating. Alright.
Clear on my end. Yep. Get a wiper blade. Oops, there it is. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Which way did that hit you? Going this way?
Yeah.
Lubbock's getting pretty good.
Yeah. A lot of rain. Maybe some small.
Sheldon, you want to repeat that? You're cutting out on me. Yeah, I'd probably target something else if you want to. Yeah, I'd say probably so. Just go for something that looks good. Kevin, when you take us, we're going to be just northwest of Plainview. Yeah, just northwest of Plainview. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to find a place, we can put some eyes on that walk.
Okay.
It's got a little bigger bell-shaped base. That might be a little better. Check velocity. And I need to go to Lubbock's radar. There we go.
Okay, continuing with a severe thunderstorm watch, all the counties in pink until 11 o'clock. The good news is most of these storms have about peaked and are starting to weaken a little bit. That said, strong thunderstorms still possible for a couple of more hours. This is the reason from the watch. This is from my house. This is Tracy. Marble-sized hail for a brief period of time in Canyon. We've also got our chasers out there. Doppler Dave is just northwest of Plainview. Dave, it's a little quieter at your location, but you're still looking at some interesting features. Go ahead.
Man, we finally got out of the rain and the hail. So we're down on this Hale County storm. It's northwest of Plainview, kind of close to the community of Edmondson. Again, we're just kind of looking at the base. We finally got out. You know, looks a little better structured than what we've seen earlier. Some signs of rotation, so we're going to keep an eye on this. But right now, it's just the rain-free base. If you are in Crest and Tulia, all that rain and hail I was in is going to be coming your way here pretty soon. Severe thunderstorm warning there. I'm going to send it over to Sheldon and see what he's got.
Well, hey, thanks, Dave. Right now, what I've got is a major case of fear of missing out right now. As we've kind of bounced around a little bit, we decided to redirect up towards the north on this storm that just made its way across kind of the east-southeast side of Amarillo. Did see some reports of some quarter-sized hail mixed in with some pea and nickel-sized hail. That system has now moved on out of the city of Amarillo, is now moving kind of up, basically along Highway 60 up towards Panhandle right now. But as Kevin was saying, some of these storms have kind of peaked. That storm has actually dropped below the criteria the National Weather Service uses for severe severe thunderstorm. So not a severe warned storm. So what we're doing now is we're redirecting back off towards the south. Going to be kind of seeing what we can find down off towards the south as that system makes its way up towards the northeast, where we still have a few severe thunderstorm warnings. But right now, this camera view that you're seeing as we're kind of dropping down in towards the Lake Tanglewood area is looking off towards the southeast. So currently repositioning yet again, hopefully finding some good video to show everyone at home. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, gentlemen, thanks very much. Again, these are starting to weaken a little bit. Want to caution the southeastern portion of the Panhandle from Clarendon southward, Childress to Paducah for a little later on this evening. There's some suggestion in some of the computer forecast models that the dynamics, the energy, the available moisture might see these thunderstorms strengthen on toward and just past sunset tonight. Of course, we'll be here with you through the evening to keep you posted on those, but most of the ones now coming through the central portion of the region are weakening a little bit. Note this cell does not have an orange box around it. The severe thunderstorm warning for Amarillo was allowed to be canceled, but we've still got a little hail core that's going to move into Panhandle here right along Highway 60 within the next 5 to 10 minutes. I think at peak those would be maybe up to marble-sized hailstones. That will continue up 60 through White Deer and perhaps make it to Pampa. We'll watch it and see if it's going to weaken just a little bit, but once again from Panhandle right up 60 toward Pampa, that would be a tough drive, and do prepare for some small to maybe even a few medium-sized hailstones. This one's starting to weaken a little bit as well, but near Edmondson, there's still some hail there. It is continuing to move eastward along the 27 corridor north of Plainview, south of Tulia. The forward motion looks to have slowed down a little bit. That's going to be extremely heavy rain that will cause some runoff flooding, so do be aware of that as we get on through the next couple of hours. Here's the computer forecast model. This line again shifting eastward. Now by 8 o'clock tonight, see some strengthening, the darker red and the pink. As I mentioned, from Shamrock and Clarendon southward, there is some suggestion that these may strengthen in intensity, providing larger hail, strong gusty winds around sunset and shortly thereafter. And then by 10 o'clock tonight, all of that should have moved on out, and that sets us up for a pretty good weekend. Fair amount of sunshine, but hot. 99 degrees on Saturday. A little cooler behind a weak boundary on Sunday with a high at 88. Then we're back well into the 90s with a peak temperature of 100 degrees coming up on Wednesday of next week, guys.
Out of here. So we're in perfect line to get over there if we need to. Pretty stout. Edmondson, man. There's our hail. Edmondson's getting that right back there. This outflow boundary kicking out. So really we'd have to, if we're going to get any kind of rotations, we're going to be on this side of that. It may take that a little while to form. Here's a little walk on.
That back edge.
Yeah, see, we're about right here. So we're looking right over there to where that outflow boundary is. Let's just check the velocity on that. Lubbock's got a pretty good storm down there.
I love the contrast up here because it just makes it so easy.
It does, man. I love this camera. You see, this is off the ground and kind of feeding in up here. But near the ground, they've still got an outflow issue. It's kind of winning the ball game. Yeah, we called that one pretty good, didn't we? Yeah, they got their hands full down that way. We're right around Plainview. We got a little wall cloud we're watching, but having trouble cranking up the inflow. Kevin was talking about low-level jet and maybe a little intensification as they head off to the east. So you might be able to turn east from Happy or Tulia, kind of like we're doing. Just seeing what happens when we get out there.
Copy that. See how it goes. We are on the stream right now. It's not. Don't be these people. Don't crowd the cars under an overpass. You are trying to avoid the hill.
Haven't seen a lot of lightning lately, have you? Lightning?
No, not really. No, there's a little bit.
Yeah. Whoa. Lubbock, they got a 4.5-inch hailstone.
Oh, really?
So it'll be there somewhere. Golly. Woo. Okay, I wanted more rain, but I sure didn't want that. Picking up some new scud there. Somebody's mic is hot in there in the break room. It's like they're doing dishes or something. Little bit of rotation on that left side, you see it where the scud's going up.
Rising.
Yeah.
If it dropped one, it'd be a pretty photo with the orange in the background.
Yeah, man, it would. Well, we're seeing, you know, a little bit of both. It's just outflows tending to win out. We don't have a lot of strong inflow into it. Let's check. Edmondson's eating some hail right now. Four and a half inch hail. Okay. I think we're just going to let this thing continue to come right out. Perfect vantage point. No need to move. Huge area precip. This is what the radar started doing before we got the Matador too. Don't let it worry you. There's just a tad little rotation right there, just nothing strong. It's like Tulia and Crest getting a nice bath here with some heavy rain, but not too much hail. Most of the hail right now is in Edmondson and down in Lubbock, by the way. Can we see that storm? Yeah, the top of it.
Oh.
Storm in Lubbock dropping 4-inch hail. Man. Of course, it just falls right in line with the season, doesn't it? Amarillo, we had that quick storm. It's pushed off to the east out of here. Amarillo's probably done for the night. Can't say it. You know, for sure, some chump change coming in behind, but a little hail going through Panhandle, heading up maybe towards White Deer. Then off to the east towards Clarendon, just kind of a little bit of moderate rain coming our way. The big cluster here on I-27 from Tulia, Crest, Edmondson, that's where we are. We're just on the south side of it. We're looking at a little wall cloud that's been persistent. Once in a while we get this a little bit of rotation. Nothing that looks like we got any kind of funnel or tornado impending though.
It's just chilling.
Just chilling. Okay. It's a little more interesting. Like if you remember our Canadian storm, we always had like a 20-mile-an-hour south wind, you know, it was helping it circulate.
It just feels so still out here.
Yeah, and I think the wind we do have is kind of yeah, it's just not very strong. All right, friends out in Silverton, we got some rain headed your way. Oh man, Edmondson just taking it on the chin here.
He's almost just sitting over him.
Yeah.
What's it rated for?
What's what?
What's it rated safe?
Oh, let's see. How do you do that? Just click on the warning. $50. Good. I believe it. Nice walk line. Northern edge is simmering. Talking about. Oh, look at that. There it is.
That's up there like where it was the other night.
There's the lightning. Yeah.
Because there was the one here, and then that one we took the picture of was up by Boyce.
Yeah.
Alex said something about between Earth and Spring Lake.
What's going on in Earth and Spring Lake?
He said keep an eye on it.
Okay, that's back to our west a little bit. Edmondson, man. Great little hangout spot.
Yeah. I'm just hoping these guys don't come home. If you own this house, just flash your lights at us and we'll get out of the way.
Yeah, that's hope Matador catches the break here and doesn't deal with the big stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna be on the edge of the rain and hail. Yeah, we can verify that. $10-4 sounds good there, Tanner. Seeing some bouncers out here.
Well, that was a pretty good size one.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe a $50.
Yeah, we're getting into $50.
Okay, thanks for staying with us. We've had most of the activity across the southern half of the Panhandle. We're going to jump now to the extreme northern portions of the Oklahoma Panhandle because Cimarron County is involved in a new tornado warning for a cell just south of Campo. Boise City right here, you are not included. Keys, you are not included. This is the warning right here until 6:15. But the cell is moving eastward along the highway, or along the state border. So this is Highway 56 going to Elkhart. So all of those places from Keys northward toward Elkhart, it's still probably 45 minutes to an hour away. But again, it is a tornado warning. That's the Oklahoma-Colorado border. This is the southwestern border of Kansas right here. So once again, a tornado warning there is going to go along north of Keys and then toward Elkhart, but still probably more than an hour away, and areas along Highway 56. For the rest of the Texas Panhandle, here's what we're looking at. The heaviest storm is now weakening a little bit east of Amarillo. Still maybe some pea-sized hail there. It looks like the bulk of that will go south of Pampa, and then we've got some heavy rain in between Tulia and Plainview. We'll keep you posted on through the night tonight. Thanks for staying with us.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, so we're not too far from Plainview. I guess actually we're probably about right here if we're catching that hail.
Yeah. See, we're gonna slice right between it.
Oh. We're not as far out of Edmondson as I thought. So,
you want to go down a little ways?
Let's see here. Yeah, I think so. Let's just kind of drift towards Plainview.
Because we're losing our visibility.
Yeah, sure. All right. Quite a bit of hail. Just came out of Edmondson. We're going to move down towards Plainview. Oh, cool. See,
oh, that's really neat.
Okay. Go back in. Okay, well, back here. There's our visibility again.
And watering roads.
Yeah. Lots of water. Man. Not really draining, is it?
No, not really. Alright, we'll get there. Maybe not as fast as we want, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's driving Sheldon?
Ruben.
I guess when you get to Plainview, we'll just kind of position ourselves on I-27. Get ready to go north again. Yeah. Coming on into Plainview, just out running the rain here. Yeah, let's.
Amarillo.
And we don't necessarily have to get on the highway, just somewhere we can
Just
see.
kind of where we can see.
Yeah.
It might
It's Plainview.
into town here a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see. Find a place to pull over and watch that.
Guys, we are in Plainview. If you're asking us. He's off-roading. He's on a house. There's the carnival.
Good spot.
That'd be good. It's not a lot really to watch right now. I think this alpha batter kind of ate away at our innards.
Okay, jumping into the stream here, we've got our storm chaser, Doug Black, is in the southwestern portion of the Panhandle. Looks like he's maybe west of Edmondson or northwest of, oh, I guess maybe east of Earth. I'm going to show you his picture in just a second, but what we're showing is on radar right in here, a rotation, if I can make the computer work. There's a rotation on that thunderstorm cell, and he's got a pretty good lowering on there right now. Let's go over and take his picture. And that's Doug's feed. He's feeding through Facebook right now. That storm would be moving east. Go ahead, Tanner.
Just saying he's 10 miles east of Olton right now.
Okay. So 10 miles east of Olton, it's a very distinct lowering. The tornado threat from these has diminished somewhat, but looking on Doppler radar and the velocity product, we do clearly see it as rotating, and it has lowered a fairly significant wall cloud on the southwestern portion of the storm. We'll watch the base of that for a possible tornado to come down, or at least a funnel cloud to come down. But the rotation has not tightened up at this point in time. So that's going to be just to the west-northwest of Olton, moving eastward. It's still a good 20 to 30 minutes away from Edmondson, should stay south of Hart. But since we've got these pictures, and pretty motivating ones from Doug, we're going to go ahead and stay with this. He's on the highway just moving toward Olton, and we'll go continue west toward that storm. Meteorologically, it's a very interesting and pretty storm and a very defined lowering. The wind fields right now, again, are not super conducive to tornadoes, and we haven't really seen much in the way of tornadic activity through the evening. But as he breaks over those trees, you can clearly see a very dramatic lowering on the backside of that storm. So once again, that storm is just going to move to the west and northwest of Olton over the next 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. We may stay on this picture here. Tanner, you got anything in the chat on that storm? We'd probably look at the Lubbock chat for there.
Got the Lubbock chat pulled up. They are not talking about it one single bit.
Okay. Again, it's a fairly broad rotation, and it is rotating, quite frankly, or quite honestly. But we need that to tighten up a little bit for them to issue a tornado warning, and that's what the Weather Service office in Lubbock is looking at this point in time. They've had a pretty busy activity, or a lot of activity in Lubbock. We had one report of a 4.5-inch hailstone, and then we get some softball reports, I think, from them earlier too in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
right
strong.
in the city of Lubbock.
Right in the city of Lubbock. So we'll have maybe check with our sister station. We have a sister station, KCBD, down there, and maybe get some information or some video on that for the 10 o'clock show. I have to remember to talk to the newsroom about that. So not much in the way of rain on the backside of that thunderstorm. There is some further to the north of that cell, but a pretty dramatic picture. And since we have the stream up and going here, we'll stay with Doug for a couple of minutes. Doug is a very knowledgeable, excellent chaser. He also is a wonderful photographer, and so he's bringing us some pretty good pictures of that storm. New velocity product is in, and I think now that the rotation, the rotation is still there. The speeds in that seem to have dropped a little bit, which is good news for areas just north of Alton and west of Edmondson, as that thunderstorm continues to move on to the southeast. And now as we get closer, you can see that it's looking a little more ragged. Just within the last 2 or 3 minutes, we saw a very distinct lowering on that and a very solid base. Now when we start to see it break up a little bit, that mirrors what we're seeing on radar, in that we're not seeing a very tight rotation there. But once again, some good pictures from Doug, and we may just let him drive for a minute and get a little closer and see what we see. But the good news with regard to the rotation is that is weakening a little bit. Just north of there, north of Alton, probably about 3 to 5 to 6 miles, there's probably some maybe up to marble-sized hailstones in that cell. But he is obviously heading west. And did he come through Alton, did we say? Do we know?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So good news is that the tornadic threat from that storm is not high right now. Again, the latest velocity picture, just checking. Okay, there's a new one coming in right now. Okay, now that's interesting too. The new one at 711 has sort of tightened. I want to say that maybe is a little bit anomalous. A little side lobe maybe, which indicates that the radar beam's basically it's indicating the radar beam's getting a little confused. But that said, let me go ahead and stop it. We want to watch it very carefully, and now we have that on the stream. When we see bright red next to bright green like that in the notch of a thunderstorm, that is clearly a sign that you have tightening rotation. It's wind moving toward the radar site, it's wind moving away from the radar site. And so that latest product is certainly of concern. Now there'll be another product in the next 2 to 3 to 4 minutes at the outside, and we'll see. If that disappears, that indicates that it is not continuing to strengthen. But that image right there does give us a little bit of concern. Let's run this into motion a little bit here. You can kind of see it's not moving particularly quickly. And Doug's got it. We don't have audio communication with Doug, but we've obviously still got the pictures. Still fairly ragged looking. What certainly could have happened is that the conditions for tornadic rotation diminished for just a moment, and then the storm may be reorganizing. If you look at the right-hand side of the screen there, you can see that that's what we call a mesocyclone, that rotating area above the sort of ragged wall cloud right there. I'm guessing what Doug might do is he's found a good position to watch it. It's not moving particularly quickly, and I'm betting, knowing Doug, that he's going to set up a camera to do a little time lapse. He sends back some really amazing pictures of some of these storms, but oftentimes when we get the time lapse and we can see things happening in fast motion, it becomes very instructive on storm structure and how to look at these things and how to evaluate them and what to watch for. So it is still clearly rotating, but it is not real well organized at this point with regard to a solid wall cloud. Meteorologically, storm chaser-wise, very attractive storm, but not an imminent threat of tornado, and thankfully it looks like it's largely out in open space.
Edmondson probably next in line, not for the rotation, just for some heavy rain and sizable hail.
Yep. And there's Doug. He's taking some pictures. So we'll wait on this new picture to come in. It's the last one is 7:11. We're at 7:15. I expect a new image to come in any minute here. I'll stop the looping. Again, not an imminent threat, but a clearly rotating storm.
Definitely worth monitoring.
Yep. So here we are at 7:15. We might, while we continue to watch this, let's check back. Dave, can you hear me? Are you on this feed? Good. We're going to go and punch you up.
We got you. Yeah, we're back in the rain. We're just north of Plainview, but there's some hail lurking just out to our west, so we might start to hear some of that. We're just, a lot of these storms with heavy rain is kind of pushing south, kind of trying to get out of our area. So we're just going to kind of hang out between Plainview and Crest. They're on the southern fringe of our area, Kevin, so we can kind of monitor and be here in case something happens in our viewing area. Back to you.
Slow-moving mesocyclone near Olton, and the new pictures come in. But go ahead and give us a quick update, Sheldon.
Yes, Kevin. So right now we are now moving north into Hart. We're actually kind of reorienting towards that storm, so we're coming in, approaching it kind of from the north as of right now. So we're about to. All right. Well, actually, no. What we're about to see here. This is actually pretty wild. So we're gonna actually switch to our top camera here as we roll in. Looks like we're gonna have to detour here pretty quick because we're getting ready to head into Hart. And well, look at the highway right here in front of us. It is completely flooded out right now. No warning signs or anything, so wondering if this isn't something that just happened here. So let me make sure I've got the right information for all y'all here. So right now we're on 1424. 1424 is where we're at right now. As you can see, the highway completely covered. This is in between Hart and Nazareth as of right now. And as you can see, this road completely impassable, so we will not be going this way. We're going to have to kind of take a detour here. And this is trying to make Olson our target, or Olton our target, but as of right now, obviously not going to be going that way. We're going to take our own advice. Turn around, don't drown. Let me try to get this camera turned around as we just turned our car around. Give me just a moment here. But that road, 1424, completely impassable here as of right now. As our camera's still trying to turn around and moving a little bit slow, but there you have it. So as you can see, dramatic flooding there across the road. So no signs placed out on the roadways or anything here out on 1424. So dramatic flooding there. So now we're moving back north. Gonna try and get our way eventually back off towards the south and hopefully get a good look at that storm for you. But Kevin, I'll send it back over to you for right now.
Okay, Sheldon, you've made folks at NOAA and the National Weather Service very happy with turnaround, don't drown. And obviously, it's been sometimes
okay, so go north here a little ways. There's gonna be a way
saturated the ground, but obviously there was enough heavy rain there to overwhelm that field and that roadway.
So is this the highway that we took earlier?
We'll go back over to Doug, who is
no.
that button. He has moved away from that storm right now, and we continue to see that it is trying to rotate. There is a new velocity image in, and the velocity signature that would suggest some rotation has continued to weaken a little bit. It is still there. So in Olton, you definitely want to be paying attention, but we didn't really see an organized or a strong wall cloud on that. It was there and persistent for a few minutes, but then it sort of weakened a little bit as the mesocyclone and the parent thunderstorm weakened, and that became a little bit more ragged. And the fact that Doug's now moving away from it suggests that he was not seeing anything on the ground or from the ground that suggested that it was going to be trying to imminently produce a tornado. There's another new image now. It's 717.
Yeah, NewsChannel not looking as impressive.
Yeah, that's what we call side lobe contamination. That, and let's go back to the radar for just a minute. Back into single view mode, and I'm going to get the velocity product. And I'm going to pause it. So a new area suggesting rotation that looks pretty organized, still northwest of Olton as this thing sort of recycles. This area right here near town, and in the previous image, right, well, there we go. There we go. When it looks real noisy, sort of discombobulated like that, what that is, okay, let's go ahead. We'll suspend the discussion for a minute and let's go back to Dave. He says,
Yeah, we're just south of Crest on I-27. We're gonna hang out here for a little while, watch these southern storms on the southern edge of our viewing area. But some good visuals. We got starting to see some pretty nice modest clouds. So I just thought I'd share those with you. Nothing severe going on, but I think I'm gonna have some pretty cool pictures for you.
yeah, people are always fascinated by those modest, especially when the sun angle gets down low and you get them lit up. That's a really cool effect. It's not actually not 100% understood, but it is known that what it is we've got some cold air pockets that come down on the other side of that cloud deck, and they start to sink down and make these little pouches called lattice clouds, and they're quite beautiful. They're not dangerous in and of themselves, but they're indicative of some thunderstorm activity, certainly in the region. Dave, any other comments from your location? We might check back with Doug. No, he's moving away from that. So go ahead, Dave, if you got anything new.
Yeah, no,
Think the sun
I'm
angle will get
watching.
under this?
We're kind of sitting here waiting on Doug's storm to get over to us.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let's see. It's kind of blocked right now. It might be a while before it's blocked, but you'll be able to see. Let me see if I can get the camera down here for you. And is that it? Okay. This is the storm out there that Doug's watching. So we kind of got our own eyes on it. We'll kind of wait here to let it get over, and then maybe I have a hail report for you. That's all we got.
Yeah, there's in the latest velocity
Yeah, I wanna get
image,
it.
there's a pretty good couplet there on the backside. So I wonder if it's just northwest of Olton. So maybe this thing is trying to reorganize
That's fine.
in a little different spot. I'm sure Doug's looking over his shoulder to see it. But that velocity product, here's 721. Okay, that's weakened once again. So it's jumping back and forth between sort of a side lobe contamination situation and giving us something that looks like it's trying to
Don't need my hard hat.
So
this
that suggests again that a tornado is not anywhere near Olton. But Dave is still watching that storm. He'll keep an eye on it. That means
work our way to Hart, then we can decide where to go to Hart from there.
This one?
Is that it? I don't think so. No, keep going. You got a ways to go still. Yeah, keep going. We're gonna look for 168. So I think we're clear to keep going this way for a while. Good grief. Making a few of them go pop right now. Goodness, there's hundreds of them. Sheesh.
I've seen that embarker before. They're big old toads.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's crazy is when you get out and you can hear them.
Yeah.
That was weird. I wonder what those were. I wonder what that was at one point. It's all abandoned. That's very weird. That was.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's
Right.
where it happened.
Yeah. Whatever that is. Yeah, so keep an eye out for 168 is what I think we still got a little ways until we get there. Trying to get in position on it. But I think really circling around the back side of it's going to give us our best shot at getting something. Yeah, should be coming up here in a few minutes.
Which way is it moving now?
Yeah, it's moving east. So really what we do is we ought to be able to circle back around it. So if it does drop something, we'll have a good view of it. Circle back around it. think we want to go just straight south through Hart, because that's going to take us right through the core. If we go west just a little bit, it can hook back south. It can put us right behind it. Unless that core will be over-ulted by then, which I doubt it will be. I'm not really in the business of core punching. Not with you in the car, at least. until Sunnyside to get back south through Spring Lake.
So where do I need to turn?
So you're gonna go all the way through Hart, and then once we see 145 junction, we're gonna take that to take us straight west, and then we're gonna take that all the way to 385, and then south. Whichever one gets us back to Olton, yeah. Oh, I don't know. Let's see here. That core may be passing over. If that core passes over, we might be clear to go straight south. At the rate it's moving, we might go through it right after the core's pass by. In which case we'd be okay. If I get my radar to update. Go straight south out of Hart. The core's passed over.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. Core's over. Still some stout rotation in there. Yeah. Go straight south out of. Just cut through Hart and keep going. I think we're good. Yeah. Yep. If anything, we'll drive through right where the big hail just went through, and we can just pick up any big hailstones we see on the side of the road.
Okay.
We're good.
We have about 70 miles till we get gas.
Okay. I freaking hate Unity. Have I ever mentioned that? Worthless program. Yeah, keep on trucking. You good over there? Yeah, you're good.
Go, but there's a car coming.
I saw a real small one. Hey Dave, whereabouts are y'all right now? Say that again? Yeah, we're currently circling back around the other side of Olton, just trying to see what we can see over here, just to maybe see if it decides to do something, maybe get ourselves on the back side of this cell, just in case it does something. I hate Unity. Gosh, what a terrible program.
Did it cut you off?
It just, yeah, I'm sitting there mid-sentence. Say that again, Kevin? Copy that. We're currently working our way towards Alton, at least maybe get ourselves behind it, maybe at least see if we can see some sort of pretty structure.
Sheldon, what highway are you on? Copy that, okay. Yeah, there's two big old cells that went across there, so that's a main threat for you is water on roads and hydroplaning, so be careful there. I kind of think we head up towards Tulia and grab a burrito and take it under the house.
Okay. Tiny little storm forming outside of Adrian.
Adrian?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
Little baby storm.
Will you be able to see it?
Splash.
Splish splash. Okay.
possible re-strengthening on the backside of this thing. See what the road network south out of Olton looks like. That truck is hauling butt. Okay. So this is really, once we get to Olton, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. Ought to be able to see into it fairly well.
There's no more flooded.
What's that?
There's no more flooded road.
Yeah, if it gets worse than that, we're going to have to turn around. Watch out for hydroplaning. We're getting strengthening rotation in this thing. I'm trying to think if we want to go south or there's enough of a highway network that I think we can probably afford to go south out of Olton, and then there'll be a couple different options to work our way east should we need to, because if we go east too much too soon, we'll get caught up in a hail core and won't really have any chance to get underneath it. Or at this rate, we might have a chance to, if we go further south of Olton and keep going and catch a highway network that takes us east, we can get a better view looking into it. What's that?
5 miles out, so we're good. From Alton.
Cool. Shoot, well, that thing is if this doesn't work out, we'll just ride on into Plainview, get ourselves some dinner, and head home.
All right, well, Tanner Brammer checking in here. Looks like things are just ever so slightly calming down as of right now, but the storm that Dave is currently tracking as of right now, in fact, I'll just go to a single panel here, is this guy. So anybody that's in Plainview, this is moving eastward. It is severe warned and probably dumping some good-sized hail as well. In fact, we'll go ahead and get the information on this. So talking maybe $50 to ping pong ball size hail. So Plainview, you're next in line. Also Seth Ward here maybe in the next 15 to 20 minutes. So bring your cars in, bring the pets in, anything like that, because a good bit of a hail core approaching your area. This cell just to the north of Lotney is weakening a good bit. And Kevin was talking about it a bit earlier. This main severe warned cell, it likely has the same fate after it moves through Plainview, as all these cells, I'll kind of zoom out here, are kind of moving into some more stable air. Maybe watching some redevelopment right here toward Vega, but it does look to be sub-severe. Not looking like it's going to intensify really a whole lot over the next period of time. But one severe warning, there is still one tornado warning up, and wow, that's a long tornado warning, including Cimarron and a little bit of Texas County, talking about some radar indicated rotation. In fact, we're on the Amarillo radar, yes we are indeed. Go to double panel again. So yeah, it's been like this for maybe the past, I'm going to say 45 minutes to an hour, just rotation that refuses to die down, but refuses to touch down as well. So it is still tornado warned. This new warning expires at 57 minutes, so about 8:45 Texas time. And notice how long it is. The storm, it's been a bit on the stationary side, really, as of the past 30 or 45 minutes, but it looks like it's picking up in motion as of the past few minutes, so that is good news. As far as Amarillo goes, you know, unless this storm holds together, which, I mean, chances are a little bit slim on that, Amarillo should be in the clear for the rest of the night. mainly just watching the southeast activity right here. After that moves out, we'll be in the clear for the rest of the night and really over the next couple of days as well. But one more time, in case you're just now tuning in, anybody in Plainview seeing some good-sized hail moving to your city here within the next 15 minutes. So again, get that car inside, get the pets inside. Talking about some maybe $50 to ping pong ball sized hail in that storm. Some very heavy rain as well. No rotation in it. Just severe warned as of right now. And we've got Doug actually chasing that storm as well. So both Doug and, just to make sure I have it right, Dave is on that storm, right, Kevin?
The Plainview one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, they're going to break off and come home.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So we'll keep Dave's feet up for a bit more. He's still near that Plainview, but apparently he is coming home. We've got Doug Black's video. He's still staying on that storm in case any rotation does develop. But that's really about all we're seeing across the area right now. You know, Estillene, Turkey, Memphis, Childress, mainly seeing in the way of some moderate showers right now. Now, if this rain does last a long time, then we could be talking about a little bit of a flooding threat. You saw in Sheldon's feed a little bit ago, a flooded road where he was.
Sheldon just said they're going to try and drive into that storm.
Into the Plainview storm?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa, okay. We'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and bring Sheldon's feed up, and I don't think he's in the storm right now, but we'll see what he does when he does drive into it.
Sheldon, we just...
All right, so right now what we're doing is we're currently just now pulled into Alton. As of right now on Highway 70, we are directly basically in line with this storm, so we're going to drive straight east. Basically, we're going to go into this storm from the backside. I'll give you our dash cam here. I'll let you see what we're seeing. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go to our top camera because you can actually see some of the structure. So it does appear by looking at radar as of right now that, I mean, you still have this pretty stout core on it. So right now we're going to basically follow it along. We're going to see how things shape up. We're going to drive straight east. Essentially, in a sense, kind of core punch it a little bit as it makes its way towards Plainview. So we're going to follow this storm. We're on Highway 70, just went through Alton. Going to do maybe a bit of a measured core punch here. As you can see, some of that structure kind of looking off towards the southeast. So follow along with us here. We're going to be tracking our way straight into Plainview on Highway 70, just past through Olson. Okay, copy that, Tanner. Hopefully we'll give y'all something exciting to see. I mean, it's already cracked. I mean, might as well just finish it off, right? Now, if it starts getting sketchy, we can back off. Good news is the core's going that way. So if even we have to hunker down, it's not like it's going to roll over the top of us. So if it gets sketchy, we can slow down and we'll miss it. That's the good news. The rotation on it's just not looking good anymore, but it's about the only game in town anymore. Still good? Yeah, it is going to go over Plainview. It's right outside of town right now. Yeah, that's good news. If it gets sketchy, we can back off and let it keep on going, and then we can just get into Plainview after it goes by. No skin off our back. Got married in Alton. I mean, we're seeing people come out the other side. Can't be that bad, right? Guy's windshield was intact. Let's see what it's depicting. It's a pretty solid hail. Thank you. All somebody's trampoline on the side of the road. Goodness.
Never seen a trampoline on the highway before.
What's that?
Said I've never seen a trampoline on the side of a
Right.
highway.
Yeah. It's not usually where those go. Goes in your backyard. All right. So. So those of you following along with us on the stream right now, currently heading east down Highway 70 towards Plainview, just outside of Olton rather. We're going to be basically driving right through the middle of this storm. It's tracking its way east right now. It's just outside the city of Plainview right now, so it could be having lots of heavy rain and some hail headed your way. We've seen a couple cars come out from where this core is, and they look like their windshields are intact, so may not be that bad a hail, but the good news is it's tracking east. We're approaching from the west, so if it does get too bad, we can simply just back off, and it really diminishes the risk to us, and we'll just basically stay on the back side of it as it rolls through Plainview. What you're seeing on your camera screen right now is this is looking off towards the southeast, and some of the larger structures, some of the stronger bits of the updraft there. Basically just kind of giving you the prettier part of the storm, because looking out the front right now, not quite as picturesque, just a little bit dark in the distance. Of course, once we start to get into the thick of things, we'll switch to this, give you a better look, but as of right now, I'd say that's definitely our prettier shot. But once this thing kind of makes its way over I-27, right now the trend has been most anything that makes it east of I-27 really loses its head of steam. And, well, basically just kind of starts to die off a little bit. That storm that made its way through Amarillo is now completely gone. Not seeing that currently. Still got that tornado warning up around into kind of the northern part of Cimarron County, but so far nothing really been too extended with that. Seeing reports, though, of a weather spotter confirmed tornado up in Cimarron County as of right now. We'll keep an eye out for any pictures or anything that do get posted of that. Way north of us. This is all the way up into Colorado. Real pretty tornado. Halfway. Oh yeah. It's like when you get to there's a town south of Dora called Highway. It's like the core is about to make it into Plainview.
Never heard of this town.
Halfway. crap in the road, so we're getting close. We're about to drive into the backside of it. So we're getting some rain here. Getting pretty rainbow. Almost there. You can see each side of it. So the backside, there's one side of the rainbow. Flip across the highway. And there's the other side.
I hope Skittles fall when we go under.
Right. So you know you're in the right place.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nice timing.
Oh, yes, perfect.
Should have panned to that guy.
What's that?
Should have panned to that guy at the truck.
What was
Out
it?
there peeing.
Slightly inappropriate for the stream.
Yeah. It's a different stream. That Scud looks cool with the rainbow.
Oh yeah, it's kind of chilling out there by itself.
Yeah.
Nice. It is cool.
It looks kind of fake.
Right. Just got slapped up there. Yeah, just fizzling out now. Way into Plainview right now. We're pulling in some. Well, I think it's about as exciting as it's going to get.
Stop and get gas.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah, we passed them buses a long time ago.
What's up?
We passed them buses.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah, Tanner, I got you. What's up? Okay, yeah, sounds good. Like I said, we're just getting some heavy rain. I think that's about as exciting as it's going to get for us. Yes. Better believe it. That's a diesel only pump. Oh, right there. Okay. Never mind. I gotta pay attention. Huh?
All right, well, hello there. Tanner Brammer here again, keeping track of a little bit of storm activity. Looks like Sheldon and his driver are stopping for some gas and food, as really all they're seeing right now is just some heavy rain. It looks like that hail core is weakening just a little bit, kind of like Kevin was talking about earlier, probably moving into some more stable air, and hail probably just becoming a little bit smaller, if not already diminishing. So Lockney, assuming this doesn't re-intensify, you don't have to worry about any really sizable hail, mainly just some slightly gusty winds, some heavy rain. That's really about it. Floyd data looks like the main brunt of that storm's going to go to your north, kind of looking to track along and north of 7062. Right along Matador and maybe Paducah if it holds together. But, you know, places like Childress, Estillene, Turkey, in fact, I'll get a single panel here. Childress, Estillene, Turkey, you know, I don't think the severe threat is really high for you guys right now, mainly just some rain, maybe a couple flashes of lightning. That's really about it. The main concern might be some light flooding in the southeast part of our area. But this storm is still severe warned. In fact, a new warning came out. We'll look at the text for that, and nothing. Okay, cool. Probably, if I had to guess, probably just some quarter-sized hail and some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That's really about it. Watching a little bit of shower and maybe weak storm activity going along and south of Interstate 40, maybe heading right toward Amarillo now. It is very sub-severe right now, as you can see. Just some very brief showers, maybe some slightly gusty winds. That's really about it. So hopefully adding to a couple of our rain gauges in the rain gauge showdown. But still a tornado warned storm up in Cimarron and Texas counties. Still just radar indicated rotation. There was a brief touchdown of a tornado up in kind of on that Oklahoma-Colorado border near Campo, but that has since lifted. It's just now radar indicated rotation. Not severe warned, seeing that the rain's not that heavy and there's not really much of a hail core in that storm, but just monitoring a little bit of rotation. But otherwise, besides this redevelopment along Interstate 40, not looking like all that much for the rest of the night. Yeah, really, not looking like all that much for the rest of the night, so we might be able to calm things down here over the next couple of hours or so. Kevin will have one final look at things during the news at 10. We should see most of the activity wrapping up and moving out of the area by then. But one more time, it looks like they've expired this warning actually just now. Yep, Lubbock cancels both warnings. So, okay, so that is good news. No severe thunderstorm warnings anywhere in the area, just that one tornado warning way up in Texas and Cimarron counties for just some radar indicated rotation. And it does look like it's mostly over open land right now. Elkhart mainly just seeing some heavy rain. It looks like Elkhart's going to be to the north.
We can probably end the stream if you want.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, because they're not going to get more pictures, and we got nobody up there. So let's pause it, and we can say, you know, if something happens in the Oklahoma Panhandle, we come back.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Let me get, you think Dave's cool with it?
Yep.
Okay. All right, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Probably, like I said, going to see not all that much more severe activity for the rest of the night, mainly just in the way of rain. If this tornado warned storm, if it does kind of either take a turn toward a populated city and start to drop down a tornado, we'll come back in and keep you guys updated on that. But for now, mostly sub-severe stuff, not a single severe warning in the entire area. We'll see this move out in about a couple hours or so. Should be out of the area by midnight. And then really for the day tomorrow, looking a lot quieter, you know, highs right around 100 degrees, lots of sunny skies. And after today, we will be able to quiet down, not only for tomorrow, but really over the next several days as well. Looking like a very quiet, active weather pattern. Excuse me, a very quiet weather pattern with a lot of sunshine and some summertime temperatures with highs in the mid to upper 90s. So we're going to go and log off. Thanks for sticking with us. Like I said, we'll cut back in if need be, but for now we'll log off, and you guys have a great rest of your night and have a great weekend.